is it's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Washington Redskins. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Brown leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game, fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Gone!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete outright to Kurz. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Regular. Watch it. Orange.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. That's good for a Redskin 1st down. Richardson on the reception from Smith.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play.
He's got it at the 15. A huge play there for Washington. 54 yards.
But simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Stays on his feet and just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Kelly to try to punch it in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Kelly, 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Rob Kelly, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Allen now on first down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you do it.
Allen hit. He lost the football. Into the Redskins. Have it they do. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 1st and 10 following the fumble recovery. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's go. Let's go. 15. 3 down. 12.
Play action. It's Smith. Steps away. And he's got room. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Detroit!
And with the play clock winding down, Jay Gruden's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
56. Lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one put up by Crowder. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Liz.
Smith on third down. Jordan Reed has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Smith. Looking for his tight end Reed, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Allen now looks to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other bats in the league.
Flush to his right. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along.
And he takes it in. A Across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Hauschka with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Looking to throw. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That is caught by McCaffrey. Touchdown, Buffalo. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The final shot here before break. Smith eluding the pressure right. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with it.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Bills have recovered. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you give a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing now is Allen. Going to throw right side here, complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Allen. They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Smith now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. From the 50, it's Smith. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, look at that. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go with Geis. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Matt Ioannidis in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, Smith. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Right.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Being chased out left. That escapes the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Shaq Lawson able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll set up a throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off.
And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, 30, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. 87 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown early. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and this, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
On 1st down, Smith steps away to his left. Fighting through pressure. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Shift! Watch the shift! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Smith, flushed out right. He may try and run for it. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Set! Boom! Line it!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got some space here. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. A gain of 3, second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Allen buying time to his left. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
This is McCaffrey on the give. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Man, it's a tough area in the field to try and run a draw play out of the gun. You know you're going to face a good push up front, and here they swallow him up for no gain.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them,
they're in trouble, and it's going to carry them out of the side of the end zone. And that, my friends, is a safety, 2 points.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Around the NFL, they're in the fourth now in Green Bay. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And they'll indeed take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bills, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Seen the best of them. When you got dumb cake up in the say that they be waiting for you in the bushes with the